Hi everybody, it's Mark C. Winters, and today I want to talk to you visionaries and you integrators about something called emotional intelligence. So here's how I want you to think about this. Do you have maybe, just maybe, any blind spots around how your actions, your behaviors are impacting the rest of the team? I'm wondering if you've seen any of these examples. So sometimes our delivery, the way that we kind of say things, the way that we come across and when we're messaging can be received or perceived by whoever's receiving it as kind of beating them down, kind of pounding on them, kind of hammering them, all right? Another one is if someone's talking to us, if we're not, fully engaged or don't appear to be fully engaged, they may think, you know what, they're distracted, they're bored with what I have to say, they don't really care, they're not listening to me. And then another one is if we show up late to a meeting, if we are on our electronics, on our phone, or kind of doing something else like that in the context of a meeting, that's really the ultimate sign of disrespect. That's sort of the ultimate FU, as one of my good friends would say. So we need to be aware of how our behaviors, how our actions are received by others. There's a whole field of study around this called emotional intelligence. So I want to ask you today, are you self-aware? Is your VI counterpart, your visionary integrator counterpart, are they self-aware? Do they have any of these kinds of issues? We need to rely and be able to lean on our teammates, our visionary integrator counterpart, to help us see these blind spots. That's why they're blind spots. They're sort of hidden from us, okay? So if your counterpart is not self-aware and they're doing some things here that are having a negative impact, an unhealthy impact on the rest of the team, how can we create more self-awareness? How can we deliver that message? So I want to give you 3 steps to kind of help you get there. The first one is you need to decide if you're going to handle this in the context of your same page meeting with them, or if you're going to handle it in the leadership team meeting with the whole leadership team there. Second thing you need to do is decide what the 3 best data points are that you can put together to present to them, to show them and help them see that this is what they're doing. And then the third thing is, frankly, have them watch this video. Have them hear this message and see it from an objective outsider's perspective and point of view, all right? So some additional reading that may help you along this path. There's a book called Primal Leadership by Daniel Goleman. Encourage you to take a look at that one. And then a second book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0 by Bradbury and Greaves. So both of those I think can help enrich your perspective on this concept. Finally, I want you to realize that it's possible that even once you bring this to their attention, they may not want to change. But what we see is most of the time when someone has this kind of an intervention, right, and someone who cares about them brings them this truth, you will see some change. All right, so 3 key points to wrap this one up. Number 1, decide if you're going to do this one-on-one in the same page meeting or in the context of the overall leadership team meeting. Number 2, get your 3 data points together to illustrate to them why this is an issue for them. And number 3, have them watch this video. Come check us out on rocketfuelnow.com, where you can join the list to get our Rocket Fuel Insights, the latest thinking on visionaries and integrators. Join the private group. Be a part of the discussion. Some really interesting things being talked about in there. We'd love to have you be a part of it. Take the assessments if you haven't already. Find out what your strengths are as a visionary or an integrator. And finally, read Rocket Fuel. If you've already read Rocket Fuel and you liked it, we'd love to see a review from you on Amazon. We'd really love to hear what you think. So until next time, rock it on.